We're live.
Good.
We're recording.
Are we live
Welcome.
or is it Memorex?
It's a Memorex. Everyone remember what Memorex was? Some people probably don't know that watch this show.
Probably. Let's see.
Blast
Who
you the
watches it? Helen
past.
would know. Mike Pantana would know. And Nancy
Beth would
watches.
know.
Beth would know. Oh, they would know. So yeah, live or Memorex, they would know.
Excellent.
Should we break the glass? Like, should we? Ah!
You could break the glass if you start singing. I've heard that.
All right, let's tackle the elephant in the room right now.
What's the elephant? Which one?
What's the purpose of the strings on your shirt?
No idea, because is anyone actually going to tie this like this? No, that's really goofy. So I don't know other than to just play with it when you have anxiety.
Yeah, why do they put strings
on hooded sweatshirts? Because does anyone do that?
Anybody want to look like this?
Oh, thank you. We needed that laugh today, for sure.
Strings are useless.
It is one of those questions, though. Why the hell do they put them there? Because one, they get stuck in your dryer, or they come out and you don't have them anyway. So what's the point?
Or like you lean over and they like dip into something and then they splatter on your shirt, which is actually something you like. Like you got the spaghetti sauce in there and then it splatters against the part that counts.
Okay. Put some comments in our team channel because we want to know, what are your thoughts? Why the heck would anyone put strings in shirts?
Yeah.
Or on blouses? That is dumb.
Every shirt she wears has strings on them and she gets confused. What if it got like caught? Like, what if you were in like one of those turn around, those spinning doorways and you got caught? It would just choke you.
You can't cut them off either, because if you do, if they're sewn into the shirt, it'll rip the whole entire shirt. So you're stuck with these stupid strings. If you like the shirt, you just got to deal with it.
It is crazy.
Craziness.
I mean, this show is about nothing and useless information, which is what it used to be called. Useless information.
And then it became Whackadoo.
So if somebody has information and can tell us the purpose of strings on hooded sweatshirts and blouses. Is that a blouse? Is that what you call it?
I'm going to call it a blouse.
Tops.
Shirts.
Ladies' tops.
Whatever you want to call it. Why are they there?
A nice hot rod you got back there.
That was an amazing car I rented in Florida this past summer. I got that car up to 103 on the highway, and it could have gone faster. But there were cars on the road.
That's obviously a picture when you picked it up, because it didn't look like that when you got done with it.
Yeah, you know, whatever. I didn't get charged.
So the other thing the other topic we were talking about was, because we were thinking of things we could vote or like have our fantasy draft on for next week. And I said, how about we go back to the hot list and we do hot 80s people. Like not people that are in their 80s like Chris Collinsworth, but people that were popular in the 80s.
I could think of a few, but I got to do the men and you do the women.
But so our viewers, the 4 viewers that we have, 3 are women, so they would all go for your list. I feel like I'd be outnumbered.
That's just terrible. What a shame that would be, that you would lose again 3 weeks in a row.
I am comfortable in my masculinity that I could pick hot guys. I mean, I know a guy that's hot when I see him. I mean, I look at one every day when I look in the mirror.
Who?
So
I know.
We could do hot men from the 80s, and then we could do hot women from the 80s. All in line with your old hot lists that you used to do.
I'm going to put that on my to-do list at the bottom, but I'm going to get a hot list of 80s people. Doesn't have to be rock stars, doesn't have to be movie stars, somebody from the 80s that everybody would know.
It could be your old high school boyfriend.
Oh, everybody knew him. All right.
'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. 'All right. ' I mentioned colors, and I said, maybe things that are red, things that are, and then I think you said, or maybe I said it, and you go, yep, that's what we're doing.
You said it.
Pink
and
things.
I rolled with it.
Things that are pink.
Things that are pink. And who gets the first pick? That would be me.
Sally has the first pick, and we're going to share screens on our picks. Our technology is getting better.
Ooh, I'm going first. Ready? This one's going to be hard to beat. Miss Barbie. Anything and everything related to Barbie, pink. Her logo, her car, her house, her clothes, pink.
I actually had Barbie on my list, but it was not in my top 3. Sure. So let me go to I get the second and third picks.
Okay, go.
So
feel it.
Number 1 pick is Pink.
Oh, that's a good one.
Pink herself. I mean, you can't get pinker than Pink.
Pinker than Pink. I know a lot of people that like her, so this one might be up in the air. You could have a chance here.
I know. And then my number 2 pick, it is the month for this. Breast cancer awareness.
Oh, ding, ding, ding. We have I also picked pink for breast cancer, but mine are socks. So I could go with pink socks then.
You can go pink socks, but you can't draft what I've already drafted. So your number 2 pick is going to be socks.
It's going to have to be socks. Breast cancer awareness socks, though, because it is that time of year. At least we were thinking alike, which is a little bit scary.
But you're missing the premise about all of this. Like if you had breast cancer awareness socks, I would not. I have backup picks.
I didn't have a backup pick. It's really what it comes down to.
Our viewers out there need to take this all into consideration.
Yes.
All right, you have 2 picks here.
It's gonna come back. I have one more.
Yeah. So you get one more, and then it's back to me for the final pick.
It's gonna probably come down to this last one. So people, creativity also counts. I want you to know that. Are you ready for number 3? Pink flamingos.
On my list. See, I had that as a backup.
But look at this one. This was outside the Buccaneers Stadium that I visited last year. Very cute. What are you doing very cool.
What are you doing to that flamingo?
Sitting down.
Oh, okay.
And pink flamingos we got to see while we were in Florida. And Abby was wearing a pink shirt the day she fed the pink flamingos.
I don't think that there's any other kind of flamingo either. I think they're just pink. I think that's a good pick. I think that's a good pick.
It's creative too.
My final one?
Pictures.
My final one. Are you ready?
I am.
Victoria's Secret.
Oh, the men are gonna have to vote this week if Mike wants to win.
I got creative this week. I'm not gonna get my butt kicked with nachos and a helmet. So now I'm thinking outside the box. So you want to talk about runner-ups? I got some other ones. I had some other ideas. I had flamingos. Here, I'm gonna stop sharing. I had a good steak.
Oh, a tomahawk steak?
Yeah, like a medium rare steak. How about strawberry milk?
Oh.
Bubble gum.
How about Starburst in pink only?
How about cotton candy?
Ugh, that's disgusting.
You don't like cotton candy?
Pink lemonade. We could go on all day.
How about pigs? Pigs? How about the one you said today?
Pink paper.
What was the one you said today? Going back to our youth. Happy Days.
Pinky Tuscadero.
Pinky Tuscadero. Which brings us to the famous statue that you saw in Milwaukee.
I did. If you guys don't know, Fonzie is Bronzy in Milwaukee by the river. You just got to go visit him and take a picture. I'll put
Is he
that.
going, hey? Is he like, hey?
He is. I think he is doing that. It's pretty fun.
Something
pretty
tells
cool.
me I might have seen that at one point. And then I had salmon and tongue.
Okay, let's change the subject now.
That's my pinks.
You
that
had
was a good draft. I think I got you. Oh no, you're frozen. Oh no, Sally's internet has gone out. This is terrible. This is terrible. Well, the show must go on. So I'm going to keep it going. We're going to get to our football picks. Hopefully, she can pay her bill and get back on as soon as possible. Hopefully. Maybe her strings got tied too tight and it cut off the air. And oh, I heard her. I heard her. All right, well, this is good. Sometimes you just got to keep going. You got to deal with adversity. So I'm going to start with the picks. And I think we start with the 1 pick. So my 1-point game is the Atlanta Falcons over the Kansas City Chiefs. I just think, Falcons aren't a bad team. Oh, no. Yep, she just texted me, and I'm on my own. Her Wi-Fi is out. What a great excuse to not work the rest of the day. My number 2 pick is the Arizona Cardinals over the... Ooh, who are they playing? I think it's Arizona is playing... Oh, is she coming back? She's back! I can't hear you. You're muted. Usually we like that, but we're trying to get your picks.
Also fun when your Wi-Fi goes out in the middle of a podcast. Again, Whackadoo.
This is going to be good. I was carrying it on. I started with the picks. I went with my number 1 pick, and I was to my number 2 pick, but I couldn't remember who the 2 team was playing. I always count on you for that.
Okay, what did we go? Back it on up.
You go to your number 1 pick.
My number 1 pick is going to be the Cowboys over the Ravens because you gotta try.
Cowboys over the Ravens is your number 1. I had the Cowboys in 5.
Okay. And number 2 is the Jaguars over the Bills. Sorry, Helen. I think the Jaguars have to win eventually, and it's going to be this week. Number 2.
Wow. I had that similar philosophy with a later pick, but I got the Bills in 11.
At 3, I'm going with the Jets over the Patriots.
So am I. How much? 3? I got 12 on the Jets.
That's not so all you then.
You got a blurry Debbie. There's nothing better than a blurry Debbie.
Whatever.
When she was on mute and blurry, that was the best.
Can you hear me though?
Yeah, unfortunately.
All that matters. All right, taking the Browns over the Giants for 4.
I got the Browns for 13.
I do
Hello?
reserve the right to change these.
Yeah.
And I did last week. I picked the Bears last time, and I changed it last minute. Thank God. It didn't help me any, mind you, because it was still a real horrible week. But I had some really funny memes to show this week, too.
And I'm in dead last, if anybody wants to know. People ask me how many people are in the pool, and I always say 18 because that's the number I'm at. Pretty easy to remember.
All right, number 5 is going to go to the Packers over the Titans.
I've got Titans in 7.
Titans haven't won a game yet.
They're bound to win at some point.
Yeah. Bears over the Colts for 6.
I got the Colts in 4.
My Wi-Fi is coming back.
Oh, yeah.
How do I get back on the meeting on the computer then?
You'll have to click on the meeting.
Oh, that's
do you want to do it? Can you do it
for me?
Can you do it quickly?
I don't know. That is a lot of technology for me to do.
Probably going to lose 25% of our viewers. One of them's going to not come back.
Now you sound funny.
I'm out of witness to protection this week too. Look at, people can see me. Got a light. Yes.
I'm back.
Let's start all over. You got the number 1 pick. Who are you taking for pink?
No, but I do want to share some of my funny things that I found, even though we're halfway in between picking. We should have done this first, but technical difficulties, people, technical. This is a pretty good one. It's not a logo. It's a rating. They're 1 star.
They had one bad game.
One bad game? Did you watch them last year?
Yeah, they'll be fine. They'll be fine.
You'll like this one too because you're a fantasy football guy.
Yep.
We had to call it a touchdown because he's on my fantasy team.
Yep. And our fantasy team is 2-0.
They gave ratings for last week. Fortunately, the Dolphins are, well, they're D's.
Yes.
And we got some rated F teams, which, oof.
Yeah.
And these are disappointing as well, but whatever.
C for Colts.
This is the best one. Things adults shouldn't believe in anymore.
That's funny.
Tooth Fairy.
Easter what do you mean Santa?
The Cowboys.
Santa's real?
Oh, I hope we don't have any kids watching.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to picking since we're just flipping around all over today.
Yeah, I'll never get that 45 seconds back in my life.
Where did we leave off, by the way? I'm taking the Texans over the Vikings for 7.
Texans over who?
Vikings.
Oh, I got the Vikings in 3.
They did pretty good the last 2
Texans
weeks.
have to lose at some point.
So do the Vikings.
Not at home.
Okay. Bengals. I'm going back to the Bengals because Joey B's got to win as well sometimes. So I'm going to give them 8. They reserve the right to move these as needed.
I gave them 16. I've lost both my 16-point games in this season, so count on that as a loss. Stick with your 8. Only lose 8. Don't change it to 16 because I'm going to lose.
All right. Eagles over the 2 Saints for 9. Now your 2 Saints are doing pretty good this year.
I have the Saints in 8.
We're not dinging. We're not agreeing. It's pretty typical for us.
The Eagles have some defensive problems, and the Saints are a machine on offense.
Yeah, I don't know. The Eagles can't let that continue happening, though. That was an embarrassment last week.
Yeah, and I'm in last place.
All right, Chargers over the Steelers, 10.
I have the Steelers in 6. We are complete opposites. Here we go again. Batten down the hatches.
We couldn't do much worse than we did last week, so it's got to look up for one of us. Bucks over the Broncos. Sorry, ponies. I am going to be visiting you next week, but you've disappointed me. You're not in town while I'm there, so I'm not picking you anymore. Going with 11 Buccaneers.
14 for me. For the Bucks.
Buccaneers. Raiders over Panthers for 12.
10 for the Raiders. Panthers switch quarterbacks. They're still going to be bad. It's Andy Dalton. Remember Andy Dalton?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
No, I don't, but it sounds like not a good choice.
Yeah, not good.
Seahawks for 13 over the Dolphins, only because, we all know what happened there.
Yeah.
No quarterback, basically.
Seahawks and 9 I have.
49ers are coming back for 14 over the Rams.
I got the Rams in 6.
We're gonna
Probably
have
a loss.
fun next week because
Man,
somebody's gonna be really wrong here.
I got to make moves. I'm in last.
I am that much ahead of you.
They're
Lions got to come
they're
back
bowel
also.
movements, but they're movements.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Lions over the Cardinals, 15. Cardinals have just been getting sheer lucky.
I got the Cardinals in 2.
Yeah, I thought you might. And then obviously I got to go with the Chiefs for my big 16er.
And I got Atlanta in 1.
Do you really? Oh boy. Well, there you have it, people. Mike and I do not agree on anything. That's pretty true in
Nothing.
almost everything in our lives. So,
Completely opposite.
well, that's all we got. I got a meeting coming up that I have to prepare for.
Yeah, we had lots to talk about. Concerts I went to this weekend. You went to Illinois State. I mean, so much happening that we didn't. I'm sure that our watchers and listeners and viewers and wanted to hear about, but they're not gonna because you can't pay your Wi-Fi bill.
Well, it just shows how flexible all us are at Jessup. You can't get on a meeting on your computer, you get on it on your phone. And then when that doesn't work, you go back to your computer. You do whatever it takes. You make the show go on.
All right, give them your tagline. Who was our winner last week?
Beth was the winner. She knew that's easy. Out is the tagline.
Do we have trivia this week?
Didn't get trivia. No, I'm
Okay,
sorry.
yeah, we don't have time anyway. We've been on, this is like 80 minutes we've been on this freaking call because you can't keep your shit together.
It's always me. All right. Well, Mike's going to send out the place where you can watch this later. He's also going to let you know the link to where the team's channel is because we want some participation. It's fun.
Yeah, we need topics to vote on or to have fantasy drafts on.
We need some banter. We need some jokes. We need something to make us laugh a little bit.
And really quick, things that are pink. Debbie had Barbie, pink socks, and pink flamingos. I had Pink, the artist, breast cancer awareness, and Victoria's Secret.
Not just anything pink, though. I spotted it in live, took pictures, and
yeah, you're not gonna win this one. No notches in a helmet for you this time.
I think you got to get men to vote, so you better start getting out there.
I'm gonna get Taylor Swift to endorse me, and we're gonna get the vote out.
Well, everybody have a great day.
Good luck this weekend.
Good luck. So, peace out.